Welcome to the San Antonio FC Fancast. I'm your host, Royce. I know, we're back. We back, baby. We back. I'm your host, Royce. We had a full baseball diamond here this evening. We'll go around the horn here. We'll start at first base with Robert. Robert, how are you?
I am good. I'm doing well. I could be doing that much better depending on the results of these.
Fair enough. Let's go to second base and Rafa. Rafa, how are you?
Good. Just a lot of traveling, but got to unwind yesterday with Robert. Went to go see Wemby.
There you go. Yeah. So y'all saw the nutmeg?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. And complete in the hot corner, got Harry. Harry, how are you?
Doing all right. I'm thinking about being traded to the Cardinals for that since I'm on third base.
Arizona or St. Louis? Oh, never mind.
Royce knows.
Keep up, Robert.
He does. No, I know.
Come on, dude. The Rockies trade their best player and paid the Cardinals to take him, and which the Cardinals finished pretty much in the same place as the Rockies this year in last place, if memory serves me correct. Meanwhile, we got Houston versus Texas, and the home teams don't know they're at home.
It's gross.
So
gross.
That's gross.
I don't have any words. Sure, why not? That's it. You got me. Well,
and I'm banning Bronco talk. We are beyond that at this point. We're going to ban Viking talk as well for this episode because neither one of our teams are worth talking about. I guess we have to talk NFL. We got to talk Cowboys. But they're on a bye.
Nope.
And the Saints still haven't scored a touchdown.
Yeah, those are awful topics. Let's talk about a good topic. Let's talk about successful teams. Let's talk USL Championship playoffs. So we are going to start talking about the upcoming first round coming up this weekend. You're going to have the games on Saturday and Sunday, so it should be fun. I'm pretty sure they spread it out in half. Should be a fun watching weekend if you need something to watch, or if you're here in San Antonio, go to the game. Should be a great time. Playoffs are a different atmosphere. It's always energetic. There's an electricity in the air. It's wonderful to go to. So let's start talking bracket. I guess according to Harry wants to do game by game.
We are picking, dude. We are picking game by game.
Yeesh.
Nice.
Yeesh.
Come on, I'm putting you guys on record.
I don't get paid enough for this. This isn't in the budget. What are we talking about?
Even the leasing companies?
You can blame Pro SAFC for this with their stupid, hey, pick a team and see where they finish. And freaking Robert's team just did really well. My team...
Harry, repeat that one more time, please.
Robert's team did really well.
I like that.
I think Royce's team was pretty good as well, right? You were kind of mid-pack. Upper half. I was at the bottom, so
I was mid-pack most of the season, but I think I don't know. I'm with Shattuck. I think we picked the exact same team, but I think we're like 6th or 7th now. So and we'll see what happens in the playoffs.
If you pick Tulsa like me, yeah, that did not work out well. I bought into the Tulsa hype again.
Yeah,
Lou City let me down.
Yeah, it was very stupid. It was very dumb of you to do that. I don't know why you would do that. But
so that's why I want to redeem myself here by picking wonderful picks, and that way we can see who is the smartest of all. And Jason, I know you're in the in the section here, so you can follow along and put your picks in as well. For that here, and
let's hope your redemption doesn't go as poorly as Russell Wilson's second season in Denver. Anyway, let's start out with
Hey, no. We said no Bronco talk.
He has more bathrooms and victories. More bathrooms and victories.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
So the Players Shield here in USL champion Pittsburgh Riverhounds are hosting Detroit City, and they played to a wonderful 0-0 draw last week because neither team showed its hands. Season series, Pittsburgh won in Detroit. Pittsburgh won in Pittsburgh 2-0, drew in Detroit 0-0. This one's back in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with a home record 13-3-1. Detroit City 4-4-9. If you look at the stats, love Maxi Rodriguez, but only 4 goals, 3 assists. But they do have Nate Steinwasser, one of the top goalkeepers in the league. But you got Golden Boot winner.
As we found out this year, especially on turf, they will steal a game against you for sure.
Yes. I'm going Pittsburgh. Is anybody going Detroit?
I'm going Detroit. This is my upset. Like they have the playoff mentality. Like they play the brand of soccer that wins in the playoffs. They're gonna get that one shot, one opportunity, M&M shutout. They're gonna win.
Yeah, that's really stupid. It's going to be Pittsburgh. So
It is
Rafa,
not. It is not. It is not. One shot, one opportunity.
Mom spaghetti.
I'm going with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's the correct choice. Congratulations, Rafa. That's a very smart pick. All right.
I'm gonna accept apologies next week.
Dude, you sound like our friends at 451 Podcast, who's talking about a hat trick for
No.
Ben Morris or a meal from Del Taco. So I apologize for Detroit people that Del Taco is your taco place of choice. But
I have a really funny quick story about Detroit. My cousin works for Toyota, and he went up to Detroit for some training. And so he flew in, and he was walking downtown, and he was wondering where something good was to eat. So he asked somebody local, like, "Hey, where's a good place to eat around here?" They're like, "Oh, we have the best barbecue right around the corner." And the guy kind of stopped because he heard my cousin's accent, and he's like, "Where are you from?" He's like, "Oh, I'm from Texas." He's like, "Oh yeah, don't go to the barbecue place. Go somewhere else." Anyway. Yeah, Detroit cuisine. When Little Caesars is anyway, that's a low blow. That's a side swipe. Harry, next game. Let's go.
Tampa and Birmingham Legion, the Fighting Kailers. Surprisingly, this is the only sweep of the first round, and it was done by Legion, who won April 1st in Tampa and then July 15th in Birmingham. So, but this is at Al Lang. You're looking at the firepower. Cal Jennings, 19 goals, 3 assists. J.J. Williams, 12 goals, 10 assists. Charlie Dennis, midfielder, 11 goals, 3 assists. Both Connor Sparrow is pretty good in goalkeeper, 70.2 save percentage. Nico Brett, Enzo Martina, 12 goals, 3 assists, 10 goals, 7 assists. Juan Agudelo,
former USMNT striker who scored a goal here at the Alamo Dome against Mexico. Juan Agudelo, and Grimace in goal for Birmingham.
Well, he hasn't been in goal 100% for that, so that's why I listed 2, because they've kind of gone back and forth. Matt Van Oekel and Trevor Spengenberg, 5 and 3 for clean sheets and about the same on save percentage. I'll go first. I think the Rowdies get this.
Rafa?
I think the Rowdies get this one.
All right. I was going to say your camera's frozen, but so Harry, Tampa.
Rowdy.
No, yeah, exactly. And Rafa, Tampa. Yeah, I'm writing down. I'm writing this down.
What, you don't trust me, man? You don't trust me?
No.
I got a nice little spreadsheet right here.
You're gonna hack it. Oh, okay. Well, I'm writing it down.
But you can write it down.
Records, for my records. Robert, what's your pick?
Well, no matter how much Kaler's a good dude, he even though he's the Alabama, men's league Golden Gloves champion, I'm gonna pick Tampa in a rout 3-0.
Tampa in a rout.
Yeah, they're going to get stomped.
3-0.
I think it could get ugly because they are short, I guess, and listening to Kaler on Down South Soccer, I think is what it was. He mentioned their midfield. He might have to put Enzo as DM, which is not his preferred
No,
position. So
yeah, he's an attacker for sure. Yeah, I really want to pick Birmingham in this, but we all know the shorthanded. If Mikey Lopez was 100%, I would pick Birmingham.
yeah.
It doesn't seem like he is. I'm gonna have to pick Tampa as well, unfortunately. But I would like to see Birmingham pull off the upset. Next game.
Next one, Charleston, Indy 11. Broke pretty similar records with home and away. Augustine Williams, 13 goals, 2 assists. Nick Marcon, 9 goals, 2 assists. The youngster Fidel Barajas, 4 goals, 9 assists, which is really outstanding for his age. Trey Muse, 12 clean sheets despite facing San Antonio and a save percentage of 66.4. Indy, Sebastian Gazzotti, 11 goals, 2 assists. I didn't list Solo because he's going to be suspended due to the red card.
Goodbye.
9 goals, 2 assists. Cam Lindley, 1 goal, 8 assists. They also have split goalkeepers. I think Yannick Odell, their starter's hurt. But Tim Trillick, 5 clean sheets and saved 73.3. So a solid goalkeeper as we saw last week here. I'm going Charleston. I don't think this is going to be close. I'm not a fan of Indy 11. Never have, never will be. Probably goes back to the NASL years, so I hope they lose.
Okay, way to tell it like it is. Rafa, who are you picking in this matchup?
I think this might be a little tight one, but I think Charleston pulls this.
Okay.
Who'd you go with?
Charleston.
Awesome.
Robert, who you got?
I'm picking the Cam Lindley Indianapolis led Indy 11 team, and more than anything to enhance my Puro standings, to continue to bury Harry deeper in the bottom.
All right,
Fighting Cams, let's go.
So that's
dude. Cam is a great dude.
11.
He is a great dude.
I was sorry. I talked to him after the game. He was super nice. I waited at the bus. He was super excited to say hello to everyone. He's a nice guy. Bottom.
He's absolutely a first-rate guy.
For sure.
One of those guys you're happy that was on your team. Sad that he's not on your team. At the same time, Cam, no offense, kick rocks, dude. For last week, that sucked. Give me Charleston.
All right, and the last one out west. The records: Memphis 901, 14, 10, and 10. 52 points. Lou City 14, 8, 12, 50 points, 6-5-6 away. Lou City has been in every USL Eastern Championship finals here for that year. I don't see it changing despite not being able to select a goalkeeper for Memphis, because I think they picked somebody that's only got one game or a little, along those lines. It's rated the worst goalkeeper listening to the USL show. It's in Memphis, but at least for this round, I'm going to advance Lou City.
Rafa?
I think this is your first upset special. To go with Louisville.
Is it really an upset, though?
I mean, you can say, I guess, for the record.
Yeah, by seed-wise. Robert?
I think I'm going to go with the opportunity to further bury Harry in the standings. I'm going to pick Memphis to stomp Louisville. No, it's going to be a penalty shootout. In the baseball field shootout.
That's a good shout.
Shootout. I'm going to have to write that one down. Can you tell there's a rivalry between the two big football fans here? It's pretty funny, people. It's entertaining. In the home of the Memphis Redbirds, the St. Louis Cardinals AAA affiliate, give me Memphis. Moving on.
Royce.
That one's actually kind of split.
Join the wagon.
All right, out west, the first seed.
Gross.
Sacramento Republic versus New Mexico United, who's got hot all of a sudden.
Can they both lose?
They both lose. Goodbye.
No. Russell Cicerone, 15 goals, 3 assists. Luis Felipe, 7 goals, 2 assists. Keko, 4 goals, 8 assists. Danny Vidello, 11 clean sheets, 78.8 saves. New Mexico, on the other hand, Armando Moreno, 10 goals, 5 assists. Sergio Rivas, Harry Schwartz, great first name.
Hold on. We don't care about anybody you just listed. All we care about is Christian Pirano versus Nicky Hernandez and Zico Bailey. That's all that matters. That's all that matters in this matchup.
Well, I'm going.
I
I'm
was
going
about to say Weehan. Don't forget about Weehan.
Weehan's hurt.
Yeah,
Weehan's hurt.
he's hurt.
Don't forget about
he's
him
out.
though. The handball.
He's out, dude. You can forget about him.
No, don't bury that memory.
Dude, you can't pick Sacramento.
I'm not picking Sacramento.
So I think we're all in agreement. New Mexico. We're all picking New Mexico.
Team Earl, Sacramento. I mean,
Team Jacob,
New Mexico.
Rafa, who are you going with?
Don't do it. I think
this one will be a barn burner. I think this one goes to overtime. I think Sacramento goes out on a fluke.
What are you saying, Sacramento?
Sacramento or New Mexico?
Rafa's
Sacramento.
Sacramento.
But OT, I think.
So AET. Sacramento.
Well, I'm not going that far, Sacramento. Robert, you're going New Mexico as well, like me?
Absolutely.
Royce?
Let's go, Nicky. Let's go, Zico. Let's make it happen. Get that upset, baby. Let's go.
And I'll tell you selfishly, part of the reason why I want it is if San Antonio FC can get by, that means we host the next round.
That's correct. That'd be nice.
Orange County. This is a sneaky one that I don't think people are paying attention to. Orange County at home, 9-3-5.
Harry, the problem that the El Paso Locomotive squad is also part of the people that are sleeping on this because I don't think they're going to freaking show up to this game.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
They've been sleeping in the second half of the year.
That's correct.
Well, they're not traveling to Orange County, that's for sure. But the Locomotive 8-4-5 away. Their leading goal scorer hasn't been seen. I think he's on a milk carton, Luis Solinag, 9 goals, 1 assist. But, I don't know if he'll be in the 18. Peter Petrovich, Eric Cavillo, Benny Diaz. I do think Orange County is going to be without 2, McNulty and Calvin Partita. I'm going El Paso. I think El Paso gets the W. For that here, just because their away record is better than their home record.
Okay. Robert, your pick.
I'm going OC in a shootout because that's how they win playoff games every year.
Which is not winning technically. Rafa.
I'm going to go with OC since I guess the Loco can't find their goal scorer somewhere at Chico's house, I guess. So I'll go OC.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick OC and a Milan Olowski hat trick for sure.
And MCG 3459. How's Pirano been since arriving in Sacramento? Kind of like he was in San Antonio, where he'll have a couple of flashes, but the consistency, I don't know if it's there.
It's not there. That's the thing. He's it just seemed like he's detached from the squad. There isn't a lot of chemistry there. There wasn't. I mean, there was a little bit. There's flashes of it in the beginning of the season. It just never happened. And kind of the same thing over there in Sacramento. He got hurt, and he just hasn't been able to really build a rapport with his teammates over there for sure.
And then the San Diego Loyal, and if you saw the badge for, was it SDFC, the MLS? They screwed up by not going with the Loyal with that here. But the Loyal versus Phoenix Rising. I'm going Phoenix. This is one that's probably, as far as rivalry-wise, they probably hate each other.
This is a must-watch. This is a must-watch game.
Watch.
Absolutely.
It's one where, you got firepower on both sides. Damas, Conway, Aiden Perez, Terrell, Arteaga, Carlos Harvey. You can go F off Harvey. Panos Armenkas, 3 goals, 5 assists. Quality goalkeepers in Koki Vegas and Rocco Rios Novo. If it goes to PKs, I worry about Rocco's height. But I'm gonna go with Rising to put the final nail in San Diego Loyal, and I still don't understand why you're folding, but that's a whole separate discussion for a different day. Give me Rising.
Robert?
Yeah, speaking of final nails, I want to put the final nail in Nate Miller. And so I'm going to pick Phoenix. Yeah, I just think they got it. And bon voyage. See y'all later, Loyal.
Shadow Wolf's going 2-0 Phoenix as well.
And oh, for my Puro standings, Barry Harry further.
Yeah, that's
Well, I have Phoenix.
Me too.
I bought Phoenix, so that
I
doesn't.
guess we all. Rafa,
sorry.
your pick?
Yeah, I think I'm going with Phoenix. This will be an upset. Like I said, these two teams do hate each other's guts. And I think Phoenix has a little bit more firepower up front, so I think they're gonna give the loyal defense a lot.
Yeah, I will be sending flowers to the funeral. Goodbye, San Diego Loyal. We hardly knew you. Nate Miller, kick rocks. Next game.
Big time.
So, which brings us to San Antonio and Colorado Springs. We're not going to pick that yet because, well, we've got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do.
So, but thank you for everybody that stayed in with us. We wanted to start out with our predictions here instead of doing it at the end, so that way we can get through it in a hurry. But now it's time for the meat and the show of San Antonio. I said easing into the playoffs, but you could be saying limping into the playoffs. 1 win in their last 10.
But
Oh, 1 loss, 2 losses, 1 loss, right?
1 loss.
Glass is half full.
The thing that sticks out to me is this: 14 wins, 14 draws, 6 losses, but at home, 7 wins, 9 draws.
yeah, but
Now you've only lost once, but nine of these 14 have been at home. And Rafa mentioned this: if they win even half of those, we finish first, and it's not even in doubt.
I think in a lot of those ties, it's coming from behind too. It's not like
so
losses
let's-
that feel like ties that feel like wins or whatever.
yeah, let's not talk about kind of our guesses right now. Let's actually talk kind of meat and potatoes of the
Yes.
match that we're going to look at. And it's been a very interesting array, let's say, of formations and lineups in the last couple months from Marcina, trying to put things together, trying to figure things out. We've seen the 3-4-3 come back up again, especially in the last game. It was a 5-2-3 or a 3-4-3, depending on how you look at it. And then we've also seen the 4-3-3 that we've kind of evolved into. We didn't play it in the last game of the season. And for a lineup, who do you think? And
The biggest question is this.
Yeah, that's the big question. That's what I mean in the lineup. That's why I want to go from you three, including myself. Who do you think is going to be in the lineup? And the biggest question is who starts in net, and what do you think the formation is going to be? I'm going to start with Rafa. Rafa, where are you on this?
I think you go with Farr.
Okay.
He's the one that took you last year to the championship. My biggest bone about this whole situation, this goalkeeper situation, if we knew we needed someone with experience, they weren't confident with Ricardo as the backup, we should have just gone a backup back in instead of this. I think this kind of killed, the chemistry back there with the guys, and then who's this, say with Jordan's confidence not being played these 5 games, it could be a factor, but. If he does start, I'm sure he's going to be fired up, ready to go. But he's maybe he has a little rust. We'll see. But I Jordan Farr we trust. So I'm going with Jordan there. As far as the formation, I wouldn't be surprised if we play a 5-back to kind of counter the Colorado speed. We'll play maybe 3 in the mid and 2 up top. Maybe you could possibly see a 5-3-2, but in the attack, it'll be like a 3-5. 5-3-2, but then the attack will be a 3-5.
Okay. And what's your lineup look like? Who do you have?
Back three, going to be Manley, Garcia, Painter. And then
Is Manley healthy though?
Yes.
Yes, he looked. Well, he talked to us after the game. He looked.
Yeah.
He looked all right. He looked all right. So, I think they were just monitoring his minutes.
And your wingbacks?
Wingbacks. We have Maloney, and I'm gonna start Shannon Gomez.
Okay.
Don't you dare say the person that can't
Say who?
Say who?
And in the midfield.
So I have Ja'Cory as my holding mid. Jorge, and then Rita. You got. I think Rita. He might have a little chip on his shoulder. I think he's ready to go for this one. And then
up top.
Up top will be Patino and Tani.
Patino and Tani. All right. And we'll go game result estimations later on. I just want the lineups right now. Harry.
I'm going Marsman. I don't think you bring him in and you play him the 5 games to sit. I hate to say it. I think Farr deserves it, but I think Marsman's the one that gets the start. I'm going with the back 4. Gomez, Garcia, Tainer, Maloney. Hayes, Rita.
Hold on. Give me a freaking second. I am writing like an old man. Garcia, you said Tainter,
Maloney,
and Maloney. And who are your midfielders?
Hayes, Rita, and Jorge Fernandez.
Yep. So you're going with the 4-3-3. Yep.
4-3-3. Patino, Tani, and Nathan. And I could almost see them kind of going in a diamond shape, kind of in that midfield where you have Patino and Tani more on the sides, and Nathan kind of in that false position, and where you have Hayes as the defensive midfielder. I could see them kind of going that way, but I'm going top 3 of the Patino, Tani, and Nathan. I think I think they're this year's built on scoring goals. That's what they That's what they keep highlighting. 63 goals, and I think they're going to bring out the firepower and try to go toe to toe with Colorado Springs.
Okay.
Right or wrong.
All right. Robert.
Formation-wise, I'm with Rafa outside of I want Nathan instead of Rita. I'm going to sub him in.
Okay.
He's been so electric and so dynamite and so productive, in the short time he's been here. And when you ask me about the keeper, do you want my heart or do you want logical? Because my heart
just
says,
who do you think is going to start? Who do you think is going to start?
Oh my God. I want to say Farr from the end, but it's to me Marsman for some reason. I just feel like
pick one. You just said both names. Pick one.
Because I said Farr. My heart's saying Farr, but it's gonna be Marsman because, like Harry said, you don't bring that guy in.
Give me a name.
He did.
Give me a name.
Marsman.
Marsman.com.
Okay, Marsman. Okay.
For the third. Come on, you got Harry hearing right now. Come on.
Marsman. He doesn't do anything spectacular, but isn't anything silly. He's just steady. And in playoffs, you need that. But my heart says Farr.
I think honestly they're gonna save Nathan for the second half. I think they're gonna and here's the key is this. He's a spark plug when he does come in. He does change the game.
But that's when you bring in Nacho though.
Yeah, but I would save Nathan because he can really cause some problems. Coming in as a substitute.
But you want problems early. You want to get up early.
But that's why you rely on Tani and like I said, Patino's had Colorado's number. You gotta remember that Colorado hates his gut.
Yeah, he slapped Edwards around. He slapped Edwards around. That was Edwards. He was our guy for 2 minutes.
And here's why I went with Rita is, and I'd be kind of ask you this here is the free kicks. His ability to execute free kicks, I think, could be huge. Now, the question is, do you want him at the end of the game or do you want him at the beginning game? I think that could also help here. And while you're doing that here, MCG's kind of gone through top of the XG table. You'll never sing that. That 5-2-3 last week with Jorge was one of the double pivots. Pivots left acres of space central. Hope we don't repeat that setup. First match on bench, Farr accidentally kicks the ball into the head of Joan. We don't mention his name at halftime, who almost
You
had to
just
be
did.
subbed. I know, but I had to read it. Then the red card match before it ended. Feels like Farr is rattled, uncharacteristic and stuff from him. He also put go back to our 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 setup. Marsman, Garcia, Tanner, Maloney. Hayes, Zuhir, double pivot to let Jorge float
So
above them.
stupid.
Tanny left, Santi, and Nathan outright. So I have Nathan and Santi's reversed, from him. And then he does give a compliment to Royce with the killer Zuhir kit. And Shadow Wolf says, I don't buy into Marsman yet. Rafa, is he an upgrade to Farr in your eyes as a goalkeeper coach? That'd be a good question for both you and Robert. Talent-wise, he has to be.
No, he doesn't do anything good or bad. He's like steady. He doesn't make mistakes. He's going to get status quo. Farr makes miraculous saves, but he makes some things you're like, wait a minute. Like, so what do you want? It's just like, but the thing too is like what the team plays off of. And I think Farr is more the guy. It seems like there's
His
some
emotions.
chemistry. There's some chemistry.
The
There's
emotions.
it's like you feed off it and they feed off it. And so I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Marsman has talent, and he's literally, and his distribution. Oh my God! When I watch him, when he does those drop kicks off the fly, that is sick. It's simple and it looks easy on TV, but that is a tough thing to do, and he does it with grace, and God, it's pretty cool.
So, Royce, have you got yours figured out? And by the way, the Astros in Texas, the Astros and Rangers are tied 3-3 with the Rangers got 2 on first and second and 1 out. So, for those watching the twin screens. And Jaguars are up 14-3 on the Saints, who still haven't scored a touchdown. Middle of second quarter here. So, Royce, we got you set up here for your lineup. We lost Royce. Can't hear you.
Oh, because I went on mute. I said baseball season ended a month ago. Anyway, so my lineup, I'm going to go with the 4-3-3 that's been working. We've looked really good in it. The midfield is solid. The big problem we had in the Indy match is that since Rita sat because of his poor performance against OC, Maloney kept having to tuck into the midfield to help out because of how strong Indy's midfield was. And so we kept leaving that left wing open. And there were 2 or 3 crosses that Indy scored their 2 goals off of, that the left wing was wide open on our side. It got crossed in. They had guys open in the box. Easy, simple goals. You get rid of that openness by putting Rita in the middle. You keep Maloney out wide. You fix that whole problem. So much like Harry with the 4-3-3, I'm going to keep it. Give me Gomez, Garcia, Taintor, and Maloney as my back line. Midfield is going to be Hayes, Rita, and Jorge. And then up top, you're going to have Nathan. Nathan is a game changer. He's been in unbelievable form. He's going to be tucking underneath Tanny and Patino and giving them some solid service and connecting the midfield with the front line, which we had a big problem with in the last game against Indy. Because of how strong Indy's midfield was, we kept trying to go over the top and to go skip over them. Well, their back line was good enough to intercept everything we had to offer. So if we have a strong midfield and we get that connected through Nathan, I think that'll be where it's at. And goalkeeper, give me the gloves, give me the backflip, bring Farr on the field. Let's get that energy going. That's what we need. We need the energy. We need the emotion going to the playoffs. We know we're unbelievable in the playoffs. The team is, vibes are always high in the playoffs. They have the emotions. They have the energy. Bring it all back. Let's run it back. Let's go for dos.
Question for all 3 of you. Abu, if he's healthy, do you put him in over Hayes?
Oh,
He comes in as a sub.
yes.
So as my subs, if you want to read my subs, I have Dylan coming in for Nathan. I have Nacho coming in for Patino or Tanny, depending on their form. Because if Tanny's scoring goals, Tanny wants to stay on the field. But if he's not and he's frustrated, you put Nacho on. You put Dylan on for Nathan or for Jorge in the midfield to help out. And then and you bring off Hayes, you put in Abu. And then if Maloney or Gomez need to come out, you put PC in on the wing.
Shadow Wolf said just because Farr had some smaller mistakes, you put him on the bench for Aloni, which destroyed the chemistry back behind. I'm not sure if I like that, using a warmed up frosted pizza instead of a hot one, just because you know what you get from a frosted warm pizza. I like frosted warmed up pizzas, my friend, for that here, but it's pretty good for a lunch for that here. But we've talked about the Marsman. I don't. To me, and I don't want to turn this into, what has Marcina done wrong thing there. What, if you think it's wrong, I think a lot of the fans question it. But we're going to ride or die with Marcina. We've done last 2 years, Western Conference final, lost in PKs, and won it all last year.
Every year. That's the big thing. Every year that Marcina has been the manager of San Antonio FC, we have gone to the playoffs. We have also won a championship with Marcina at the helm.
Won two.
Yeah, we've won 2. The city has won 2. The club has won 1. What are we talking about? Like, Marcina's the guy. He's just got to figure it out.
But Marcina has made some bad.
Hold on.
It's bad this year. Last year, you were praising him for the same stuff. The exact same thing.
No, last year, everything worked out right. Everything worked out right.
And that's why you're praising him, and now you're chastising him. It's the same crap.
I'm not chastising him.
It's the same crap. It's literally... Okay.
I think here's the thing when it comes with coaching. Sometimes, you do have to evolve your play, and I think he's, like I said, I think he's realized he had to make some changes to keep this thing afloat. But is it too late? Should he have done the changes a lot earlier? The formation, bringing in the goalkeeper, and it seems like he kind of hit the panic button a little bit towards the end. But like I said, we're gonna have to ride or die, and if whatever happens, and we have to reflect on what we need to do. One thing for sure, he's gonna have to evolve his style of play. He's already been figured out. They're gonna have to come up with a drawing board, but still with a good core, and build on from there. But like I said, anything can happen in the playoffs. He's got the playoff experience. He's got the championship. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
And I think MCG, said here, I love Marcina, and just like him, and he's a class manager. But that performance last week was one of the worst at home in a few years. But it hasn't just been last week, though. Yeah. And to me, I think a lot of it's unlucky, and there's a reason why teams don't repeat. And this is the craziest thing that we're talking about. If you ask most SAFC fans, they're like, dude, this team is horrible. This team's not in good form. They lost 6 matches all year.
All season.
Yes. Imagine
only one. Sacramento has 6 losses.
We were praying for that crap 4 years ago.
The issue is the unexpected draws at home. And we said this at the top, right? I said this at the top. If you just change 3 of those from draws to wins, it's a completely different discussion. And we can go through, and whether it's why can't we perform well when we're up a man, to just some dumb luck, and but the question is, and this is going to be kind of the question, hopefully leading for Royce here, is if they win one, does that turn things around, like the switch pops on, or can this team turn it around and regain that confidence? Because I haven't been at the stadium due to AJ's soccer schedule and them being out of town, so I haven't actually been at Toyota Field in a month. But it seems like watching them that the confidence isn't there at this time, which to me is a concern.
Got a special guest. I don't know. What are you
Welcome.
doing?
He wants
What
to
are
give
you
his
doing?
2 cents, his pick.
This is Money Penny, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome,
My little
Money
pain in
Penny.
the butt. What are you doing? Anyway, completely derailed that bit of emotion that I appreciate, Harry. Yeah, I mean, a couple bounces that went for us last year went against us this year, and we're in the position we're in. We're still one of the best teams in the league by far. No pun intended.
Exactly.
And this is the playoffs. It's a whole other beast. We have a lot of success in the playoffs, and it's completely different from the regular season. Regular season's a grind. You sometimes have to get yourself up for games and to really hype yourself up. This is the playoffs. You don't have to do that. It's done for you, especially here at home. And that one result at home could launch the results and could, we can go to Mars and be Marsman. So I think and what we really know, what we've really seen is that Tanny is our talisman right now, and he scores goals in bunches. He's a very streaky player. When he gets going, look out, because he scores a lot of goals. He doesn't score one. He scores a lot of goals when he starts actually scoring. So that I think the most important thing that happened, besides the draw that happened against Indy, was that Taney got on the board, and it was a hard-nosed goal. It wasn't an easy, shot from outside the box that just kind of got lucky and went in. It was a hard-nosed goal where he pressured the keeper, he forced him to fumble it, he put it in the back of the net, and that's going to show him, okay, then we gotta put our hard hat on and we got to go to work. And that's what we're going to do. We definitely need the three in the midfield. 100%. We need Rita out there. We need to lock down the midfield, especially against Colorado. And we need the back line to really show up strong. And we need our press game. We really need our press game.
Yes,
So,
yes, he did, Shadow Wolf.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. I'll be here all, I don't know, we got like 10 minutes left. So, Tanny, the best SAFC player of all time. I'm going to say no. There's that's a whole other discussion. That'll be an off-season show.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think so. But hey, maybe some others do. We'll talk about it later. Stay tuned. So anyway, Rafa, what do you feel about the form going into the off-season? Or to the off-season form going into the playoffs? It's not the off-season for SAFC until November 13th after the final. How do you feel about the form going into the playoffs, and do you think they can put it all together and really make a run at this?
Well, here's the one stat that has to remain consistent. We still haven't lost when we have a lead. And I think when we get a lead, the other teams get scared. The only example was the mistake was the one against Tampa. When we're up 2-0, and then we started playing back instead of going, instead of routing them, keeping the pressure. I think that's the thing. What we need to do, if we get a lead, we got to keep on pressing, put the pressing them, because that's how we destroy teams. And I think that's the one game aspect of the game we're missing this year. If they can get a good lead, keep the press, do what they need, how they play, because they've been here before. That's the one thing, they have the experience. They have the core players that won the championship. They know what it takes to win. If they do what they need to do, I want to be, like I said, I want to be surprised that we can get the repeat. We just have to play our game the way we've done, like we did last year.
For me, there's no draws in the playoffs. And I think our depth is probably tops in the league. Maybe Tampa, Phoenix, Sacramento probably have the depth to stay with us. And I think that's going to matter because, if it's drawn at 90, we continue playing until PKs. And PKs this year, I think we can feel a little bit more confident going in. I'm still not sure And AJ asked this question here, and I'll ask it to Rafa and um, Robert. Farr or Marsman if it comes to PKs, and if let's say Marsman is the one that starts, do you bring in Farr, for the PKs?
I mean, Farr.
I said no. I'll be upfront.
I don't
No.
think so either. Because like as much as I love Farr, emotional. I mean, he hasn't had a ton of success. He's kind of on the smaller side, and Marsman would be more intimidating. And we haven't seen him though. We don't know what his experience is in terms of PKs, but you don't bring someone in like just for, in my mind, for just for PKs. You stick with whoever's in there, ride him, yes, no, and PKs is a lot of luck. Some of it's just like sheer instinct and luck, and
Guessing right. You just got to know how to guess
sometimes
right.
it's not like it's no skill involved. Sometimes some guys just have a knack for knowing what to do.
What we
And you just
have
don't know.
seen, what we have seen, I will say in the beginning of the season is that when Colorado Springs lost to San Antonio FC here in San Antonio earlier this season, there was a last minute penalty for Colorado to tie it up, and none other than Mr. Backflip himself, Jordan Farr, made
Yes,
the game winning save.
he did. He did.
So he has experience against Colorado Springs in a shootout. There's that as well.
Off of instructions from was it
Yeah.
who's the goalkeeper coach? I still remember him. I still remember him giving the instructions of, "Hey, it's going to go.
And
It's
that's
going to
kind
go
of
that direction."
that's really where it's going to come down to. Is it's more coaching, it's more scouting, and it's more preparation than it is in the moment kind of instincts at that level. So either way, I think Jordan is a little taller than Marsman, so maybe that comes out. I don't know who has a longer reach, so
That's a tough one.
yeah, it's tough.
That's
but
a tough
we'll,
one.
We'll see
It's
who
hard to
starts.
say.
I
Yeah.
think
Well,
whoever starts also gets the penalties if it comes down to that.
Predictions wise, because I know Royce mentioned he's got to get going relatively soon. I say it's 50-50, but I'm gonna go with my heart, and I think if SAFC gets the win, they go at least to the Western Conference Finals. For that here, so I'm going SAFC, and I'm going to go 2-1 in regular time.
And Rafa?
I'm gonna go with 3-1. Santi with a brace. Santi just has something against Colorado. I mean, he's Santi, and also remember Santi is the
Playoff
Reggie.
Patino. Playoff
He's
Patino.
he's the
Hey,
Reggie
goal.
Jackson. He's the Reggie Jackson of the USL. So
Robert?
I think I'm picking San Antonio 16-0. But
That's conservative. That's conservative.
we have Colorado's number. We don't lose at home. We have cash. And I say Nathan with the brace. And I want to say 4-1.
4-1.
Give me 2-1 San Antonio FC. Deshane Beckford will disappoint us like every other ex SAFC player that's come to San Antonio. He will score.
He's already done that.
He'll make he'll make it tight, and we will bite our entire fingernails off to finish out the match.
Shadowwolf's got a 3-3 with PK win for SAFC with Farr and goal.
Yeah, that's unfortunately that's a legit result this year. So last year that would be laughable. SAFC give up more than one goal. What the hell are you talking about? This year, yeah, that probably checks out. So
the last stats on here: SAFC goals per match 1.95. Switchbacks 1.44, so almost 2 to 1.5. We talk about our defense like it's really poor. Goals conceded per match 1.12 for San Antonio. Switchbacks 1.24, so still an advantage for San Antonio, even defensively. For that here, I know we've got such high expectations, and I think we still feel in the effect of no Jasser, but it'll be an entertaining one as far as for there here. Um, Switchbacks do have some firepower with Romario Williams, Juan Tejada, Yaro Henriquez, and of course Malik Foster with the speed outside, and their goalkeeper Christian Herrera. A little bit of a hothead sometimes from our experience here. You can let fans get to him, which is good and bad because he will play to the crowd.
Early and often. Get on him
Yes.
early
Yes.
and
We
often. That's
score
what we're
early and often.
saying. Get
I
on
wrote
him
that down.
early and often.
I wrote that down. We got to get it on early.
On the
That goes
Christian.
for
that-
all
Period.
of you,
Period.
all of you out there.
Period.
And
I will say the longer this goes without SAFC scoring or getting the lead, the more pressure is on us. So, which is not a
not
good
wrong.
thing.
That's not wrong.
All right, Royce, you going to bring us out of here, or unless somebody else has got something else that they want to discuss?
Final point.
Yeah, I guess final thoughts. Rafa, you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, just like I said, good luck to our team, and also for everyone out there, make sure to on Saturday come to both the Crocs and the FTP 210 tailgate. Have some fun, have some free drinks, some food, enjoy, and let's go out there and cheer for the team. I think they need our support, and let's make it that house rocking and intimidate Colorado and get that win. Hopefully, cross the fingers, we get a second game.
Robert, final thoughts?
I have 4 words. Dale, SAFC. Broncos suck. That's it.
Short and sweet. Love it. Harry. Ejected. Get out of here. That's a red card. Goodbye. Get him out of here.
Well,
Wow, Harry dropped him like the Broncos receivers keep dropping passes. Harry, go.
I feel like Judy. I'm just a guy. Jag.
Ooh.
dude, I thought I was fast like the Miami wide receiver, just bam, gone. But no, my final thought: win or lose, because this could be the last time that we see San Antonio FC at Toyota Field this year. So win or lose, make sure you're out there supporting them. Can we stop with the ref sucks thing here over even just minor things? Let's give the refs some time to grow into the game.
Give him some grace.
Typically-
Give him some grace.
Typically the referees at this stage are the best at what we have, which you can kind of question sometimes. But to me, just everybody go out, have some fun, celebrate the players, win or lose. Obviously, we're all hoping for wins. It's been a great season, and I know we kind of bitch and moan about, hey, a result here, result here. But if you really think about it, think about being an RGV fan, think about being a Hartford fan, think about there's a lot of teams that are sitting at home, or a lot of teams, if you've been with SAFC since day one, that hey, you were just happy to get in, and it was an up and down season for that here. So just support the players, the coaches, the staff, the Toyota staff, Toyota field staff, security, and along those lines, because they have done a great job all year. And of course, cheer on SAFC. If you're around where somebody's standing and chanting, try to join in, because let's make Toyota Field rockin' one last time, and hopefully we'll be back next week when New Mexico United wins against Sacramento, and we win against Colorado Springs. So that way we're here again next week.
And just to finish it up, this is the playoffs. This is our time. This is where we shine. This is where we come out in the crowd, and the players need the crowd. We need to be out there. We need to be on our feet. We need to be loud, banging on whatever you got, railing in front of you, stomping. We got to make noise. We got to make it uncomfortable as possible and as noisy as possible for Colorado. They're not used to playing in a noisy place. They play in a little 5,000 seat coconut shell turf little field. We've got to bring the noise. We've got to bring the energy. We've got to. The players need to feed off of us,
Yes.
and we need to get that victory. So let's go. Let's do it. Let's get together. I can't wait to see y'all all out there. Have a good night. What's life without goals? See ya.